It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and we're back with another South African lager to show you. Thank you very much to Ray, I think he's been on holiday there, or he'd been to South Africa, and he's brought me back some beer, which is really cool. Really cool, because I've not really had too many, if not any, South African beer before. So yeah, super excited by this. Got my glass. This is Hansa Pilsener, the Kiss of the Saaz hop. Now this really interests me because there is a brewery in Norway called Hansa Brewery, and they make a Pilsner, they make a lager. I'm wondering, is the Hansa Brewery in Norway any way involved with this brewery in South Africa? Or is it just a complete coincidence then that we have two of the same names? The fact that there's a boat on the back and there's a boat on the front with sails as well, there's sailing boats, it makes me think a little bit of Vikings. Did the Norwegians, I mean, they probably never made it to South Africa, did they? But I think they made it to Egypt, the Vikings. I'm pretty sure they did. There's graffiti, I think, in somewhere in Norway, in Egypt, from Norwegian people that made it all the way to Egypt. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they made it to South Africa. Comment in the comments box down below. And also comment, is there any connection between Hansa Brewery in Norway and Hansa in South Africa? There's the bottle cap. Let's get this 4.2% ABV Pilsner out into a glass, see what we get. We've got a nice brown bottle here to protect the hops. Oh, it was a screw cap, this one. Here we go. We got a one finger whitehead that dissipated quite quickly. Good levels of carbonation in the glass. A golden amber liquid that's quite clear. Head dissipated quite quickly, which, I mean, prefer a head on a beer, but it's not the most important thing about beer, is keeping a head retention. I think the most important thing is flavour and aroma, personally. So there's no sediment in the bottom of the glass. Let's check out that flavour and that aroma then. That's really interesting. It's got like a chili. It smells a little, weirdly, it smells a little bit like chili in there. Why that? This is going to be the weirdest thing ever that I've ever mentioned on the channel, probably. But the aroma reminds me of Carolina Reaper. Carolina Reaper has this really weird, distinct smell and flavour to it. It's very hard to describe the taste of Carolina Reaper. It has its own very unique, almost meaty, hottest chili in the world, by the way, was the hottest chili in the world. Crazy hot chili, but it has its own kind of meaty, weird taste to it that's very difficult to describe, but it seems to have it in here. Yes, definitely. If you're inclined to maybe try Carolina Reaper, you'll get this really meaty taste. If you have the opportunity to open a bottle of Hansa Pilsner from South Africa, you might be able to get the same thing. It is malty as well. It is definitely malty too. Okay, let's dive in. Cheers, Ray. Cheers, everybody. Doesn't, pardon me, doesn't have the Carolina Reaper taste in the beer. It's just the aroma. It's just odd aroma. The taste starts off, it's very refreshing, it's very drinkable. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth. I think this is probably, if I'm being fair, this is probably your staple South African, finish a day's work, hit the pub, drink 4 pints of Hansa Lager, Hansa Pilsener. It seems, I don't know anything about this brewery, but it definitely seems, I mean, this is going to compete with the Fosters. This is going to compete with the Carling. This is going to compete with the Castlemaine 4X in terms of where it sits, how it tastes. It's not the most bitter Pilsner. In fact, I would say it's quite dry. It's quite dry, it's quite carbonated. It's a little sweet for a Pilsner. It probably could do with a little bit more bitterness to really get me super excited about the beer. But I think you have choice, don't you? You have choice in life. You have choice in South Africa to purchase something local like this, or purchase something multinational. And I think this has been brewed for maybe the multinational beer drinker in South Africa that wants to drink something local. So I think this has been brewed to compete with, as I say, the likes of Foster's 4X, Carling, Foster's, Stella Artois, that sort of thing. But they've done a good job at it. They've done a good job at brewing a decent lager that you could chug back, that's local, and you can be proud about it. You can be proud that this is a South African brewery producing half decent lager. It's not going to get me jumping for joy. It's not going to get me dancing around the conservatory here shouting "Stone the Crows," but it's decent enough. Water, barley malt, maize extract and hops. Yeah, so there's a bit of maize in there. So it's not an all malt lager. It's not the most bitter lager, as I mentioned just now. It's a solid enough 6 out of 10 beer. 6 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.